Mr. J Black.
Hex, okay, we coming, you ready or not for the #1 spot? So tell me we not. Had a little run, in a bull run. Yeah, it was fun, but now it done stopped. Bitcoin done, Ethereum done. They got a new coin, it's ready to drop. You got an airdrop, get rid of your file, so get you some posts. They gon' give you a lot. Keep a few coins, they give you a copy. We cleaning up, baby. I need me a mop. They know that we up, we winning a lot. The number go up, but where's the top? Up where I'm at, you hear me or not? A year and a half, we been on the top. The haters, they mad, they wanted to stop. They say it's a scam, let me figure it out. Money go win a stake in, go pull it out. It's a bigger amount. I do not see what the fuss is about. I think they doing that shit for the clout. It was.
Hey, welcome back to KSB TV YouTube channel. I am your host, BlaKC HEXican. I am so excited for Fridays. Fridays are my favorite day of the week, I must say. Number one, because I've been streaming every day since Monday, and now I get to take me a couple days off. But even more than that, it's because I get to hang out with a whole panel of ladies. And who doesn't love crypto ladies? Like that is definitely the highlight of the week for me. So before I bring them out, I just want to say thank you guys in the chat for joining us. Please take this opportunity to share out the link. Let's see if we can get these numbers up, get some people in here to come and have this conversation with us today. Because today we are talking about community. And we are looking at it from, a bigger perspective, not just isolated to the Hex community, although as you guys can see, big fan. But really looking at the whole idea of how the importance of community and how that makes you give of yourself more, commit of your time and your energy. So today I have these lovely ladies in the back. We have Lindsay the Hexican and HEX Siren. Of course, you guys saw CZ Hexing also listed on the panel today, but unfortunately she is not feeling well. So she had to take some time for herself and step out of this stream. But you guys know CZ is super community, so I'm sure we'll catch her in a spaces or on a stream another time. Looks like we got a little special guest peeking in the window.
I have 2 cats in my room right now.
That is awesome. So Lindsay Hex Iron, how are you guys doing?
So good.
Awesome. So I'm glad that we got all of our technical issues worked out. You guys look great, sound great.
Does it sound better?
It does. It sounds
okay.
perfect.
Noted.
Yeah, great image. Perfect. Absolutely great. So let me first just say, how have you guys been since the last time? Just check in a little bit since the last time we talked. Lindsay?
Oh, good. Just been working on the book, keep getting it out there and getting people started with crypto safely. I've been hitting the ground running. I've hit up Homeland Security Enforcement, did a little recon in there, deep dive missions, and have been hitting the ground, meeting a lot of women in my community and media community, getting my finger on the pulse of financial, conversations, and just hitting the ground from there. It's so early days, man. We don't even realize that till we get out there and talk to normies.
Absolutely.
So
what about you, Hex Siren? How have you been? What have you been up to?
Oh man, just been trying to focus on working out for the Crypto Fitness Challenge. Anybody that's doing workouts, you can tag me or the Crypto Fitness Challenge in your workout, and I'll retweet it, and Crypto Fitness Challenge will retweet it. We're just trying to get people going. I have 3 new people at work that just started working out, so that's cool. Yeah, just trying to inspire people to be more healthy. So anything you can do on a consistent basis to help your health, whether that's walking, push-ups, yoga, whatever you want to do, just inspiring people to do a little bit more of that for yourself. It's important. And community is everything, because they're going to hold you accountable. They're going to make sure you're doing what you need to do, put a little pressure on you. Hey, going to the gym today? Yeah, I guess so, now that you said something.
Absolutely. And when I decided on what the topic of this week would be, I immediately knew which ladies that I wanted to reach out to, because I know specifically that you guys both have a passion for building community. When I met Lindsay out in Albany, not only was she working to build a Hex community there, but I could already see her passion for the women's space, right? For bringing more women into crypto and women having financial plans and having an opportunity to gather together. You guys may not know, but Lindsay hosts a monthly private lady stream, you know, just to continue with that idea that, you know, we're here to support each other, to be able to ask each other questions and, you know, and all that. And then with you, Hex Siren, exactly what you just said, the crypto fitness challenge immediately came to mind, because that's all about community. That's all about supporting each other. And I think it's important to know that, you know, you can be in any kind of community, right? As long as there's like a sense of fellowship through a shared ideology or shared interests, right? And so there's so many different ways to build a community and to be a part of a community. But my question for you guys is, how important is the community when you decide like how much of yourself you're going to invest in it, right? Like, how big of a role did the Hex community play in you saying, hey, I'm going to get out there and I'm going to stream and I'm going to talk about it and I'm going to tweet about it and I'm investing of my time and energy into this? So I'll start
Everything.
with, oh, okay. Go ahead.
Everything. It has everything to do with it.
Yeah.
Who has a better community? Like, our community is loud. We have a lot of people. There's a lot of streamers. There's new streamers all the time. There's people that Shalem Defoe. Like, there's just meme people. I love the meme ones. Like, they're so great. There's people retweeting. There's people on Twitter Spaces. Like, our community is the strongest community that I've ever seen in crypto. And communities are everything. Because look at XRP. They wouldn't be anywhere without their community. Like, any crypto without a community is just a dead coin.
Yeah.
Community is everything. Look at churches. They're there for community. Look at Alcoholics Anonymous. They're there and they work because of community. Like, community is everything and it helps us in every single way.
Yeah, you couldn't agree more. What do you think, Lindsay?
I agree, and I couldn't have said it better. Community is everything, especially when you're entering into the cryptocurrency space. What Hex Iron just said is so true. If you do not have a thriving community behind your coin or token, you are going to have to spend a lot of money on marketing, because that's what it is at the end of the day. At the end of the day, whether they're a company or a single entity or a community or a DAO or whatever terms they want to brand themselves under, at the end of the day, it's a decentralized entity coming together with some sort of centralization, and together you're walking or running in some cases towards one goal, or you have similar ideas and belief systems in place that you can connect to and anchor to. And it's so important to have those accountability buddies in a bear market, in a bull market. In a bear market, you're looking at like, hold on for dear life. All right, guys, you got some hands to hold, right? And then in a bull market, you got some hands to be like, whoa, brother, slow down. Like, don't FOMO in, like, and sudden wealth syndrome is real. And it doesn't seem possible to some people. Like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna have a sudden wealth syndrome. Like, that's a syndrome. But we are fortunate enough to be so early days and participate in this community where we've already seen that sudden wealth syndrome pop off. We're watching, experienced users in this ecosystem during a bear market be like, guys, buckle up, this accumulation zone, ride isn't bumpy. And it does help when you, at the end of the day, when you have resources that you can turn to ask questions. Like, when all this FUD surrounded with the SEC and everything, we're not getting disclosure from the true source. We're not hearing it from the horse's mouth. However, we do have a strong knit community to get those resources out there, to start pulling ideas and information. And at the end of the day, nothing is stronger than a community that focuses on their health, wealth, and self. And that's truly, I really only see that coming together in a real way, in a truly physically manifested way in the Hex community. It's why I'm so bullish.
Yeah. So, Siren, you kind of just mentioned it. You said the Hex community is loud, right? And I think that's something that we can all, agree and be proud of. But what was like the first interaction that you had that made you say, okay, this is a community I want to be a part of? Like, what was it that you were seeing? Was it the streaming? Like, what specifically for you made you say, these are my people?
So I found out about Richard Hart first
Mm-hmm.
and watched all his streams. I binge watched every stream. It took me a while, but I went all the way back. And that is somebody I can get behind.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to help people. He is there to get people to stop gambling, to start working out, to start focusing on who you want to be better. Because once you help yourself and you get all the things that you need, now you can help others.
Yeah.
And who doesn't want to do that? So I started there. And then I got on Twitter. And I don't even know. I feel like I just like jumped in. And then I like friended all these people, was liking stuff, retweeting stuff. But through that, Twitter Spaces helped a lot. I got on Twitter Spaces. I think CZ was the first person to drag me up to talk. But just listening to people talk, you're getting the information. When we share information, that's where things really start to happen. Because imagine like having a community, but not being able to communicate on a regular basis. Twitter Space gave that to us. And then the streams are great too with the chat. Like everybody was just so, I used to go to church in Utah, no surprise, but it reminds me of like the church community where we're all helping each other. Yeah, there's some bickering and there's some stuff going on. But I mean, generally, we're all there to support the ecosystem because it has our best interest at heart.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are my family. Like, I wouldn't want it any other way. Y'all are wonderful people. And then meeting in person at the Vegas convention, that was incredible because you guys are even more incredible than I thought online. So, yeah, I don't know what the first part was. I would say Richard Hart really brought me in, but the Hex community, because of how it is, kept me.
Yeah.
And made me want to stream and made me want to talk about it and made me want to buy stickers to hand out and talk to people about it. So it is something very, very special. It's an anomaly, really.
Like the access, right? Like you mentioned, having that accessibility to conversation through spaces, and then the in-person meetup as well. What about for you, Lindsay?
Being brought into Hex, that was my first crypto big exposure with Hex. And so it's like it is a different beast than any other crypto out there, right? So wrapping your head around like a truth serum, right, is a mind-blowing experience to begin with. Then add crypto, then you're like wrapping your head around all these DeFis, and you have a supportive community out there that says like, I don't care what you have to say. You're female and you're interested in crypto. Come on stream with me. And so sometimes women just need that push to be like, okay, well, all right, I'll just go on and sit there. I think one of my first experiences was doing ladies discourse on Discourse Syndicate and ladies Discord. And I was like, what in the world is going on here? There's all these women on here. We're talking about crypto. We're talking about finance. We're talking about life. I love that we can have those conversations on camera, and I love that we can have them off camera too. That's something that I really, that's why I'm hosting these monthly meetups with women, just to stay connected through Zoom, since we're all so far apart. We're all over it's mind blowing. We are in a whole new club, so to speak, that is international. And this is so early days, and we're growing, and we're seeing different streaming generations, so to speak, which is crazy to me. We're going to keep seeing these as we grow. So to host all these women together, to get them together once a month, and then to encouraging streamers to come on and be like, come on, just come on and jump on, and you never know where that's going to take you. You never know the relatability that somebody else is going to take their channel to, or their podcast to, or start a Twitter space about. I would love to do crypto and skincare. I've been dying to get my hands on a way to incorporate the two of them because I feel like that'd be really relatable to women out there. these are ideas that get thrown away around, not away, they get thrown around in like these brainstorming behind closed scenes networking sessions. To me, those are like the gems of crypto communities. You're getting so many awesome ideas for not just yourself, but like community wide. How can we grow this network? Because there's good intention and there's a positive message behind it. It's not, I'm going to line your pockets with what's coming in. Like, it's not a lining pocket situation. It's truly, in this community, it's a rising tide fills our boat, because we know that our boats can hold a lot of freaking gold and we're ready to go. Well, not gold, because, you know, it's heavy and useless. But
Yeah, for sure.
Came for the crypto, stayed for the community.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely did that. That is exactly my story. Came for the crypto, was writing some music because I was so excited, or not me, myself, my husband was writing music, but because we were so excited about the crypto, right? And then there was the first Vegas meetup, not the convention, but just the mass meetup, where I want to say that was like the first big meetup, and met y'all in through it. And when I got out there, the energy, right? The fact that there were people coming all the way from Germany, from all over the United States, and immediately they see you with this hex shirt on, and then they just start talking, like just immediately, just like, oh my gosh, this is happening, this, and that energy, like that, taking it off of the internet and bring it into person, made it so real for me. It made it like, oh wow, like this is not just me that's, you know, behind my computer screen, like, oh, crypto hex is so good, I'm gonna be rich. No, these are like real people out here that all see that this is significant change in our life, and they all want to contribute their time and their skills into growing it to the next level. So for me, it really didn't hit how much of a community there was. Like, I wasn't on Twitter at all before Hex, right? So I knew that there was like a massive, like that's what got me onto Twitter, was like seeing how many Hexicans, but then seeing them in person, that just like elevated it to a whole new level, like for sure. So I have a follow-up question that I wanted to talk about. And, you know, I don't want to like get into any like specific drama or anything like that, but we have to identify the fact that just because we all like the financial product, right, doesn't mean that we don't all have very different belief systems and ideologies as far as like, you know, what's appropriate, how do you talk to people, you know, what's offensive and whatnot. And so what we're seeing as the community just continues to grow and grow and grow is that there's a lot more infighting, a lot more, you know, internet beefs and things like that tend to rise up. What effect do you feel that the infighting has on outsiders looking in, trying to decide if they want to be a part of this community?
That's rough. That's rough. Because imagine yourself finding Hex for the first time and getting on Twitter because you're pumped about it and seeing that. It's a little disheartening. I know people like to make it out in the open to make sure everybody knows how people act. And I get it. But can we please keep it in the DMs? Can we please keep it in the DMs, guys? We're trying to onboard more people. And I don't know, I personally, you know, I like TV, so I would have got the popcorn out and just like watched. But I'm sure it's still a little disheartening. I don't like when my family fights.
Yeah.
Guys, can we all just get along? He said, she said, I get it. I get it. You're offended and that's shitty, and somebody treated you shitty and that sucks. But when people generally treat you shitty, they're feeling shitty themselves. That's why they're treating you shitty. They're putting off how they feel about themselves sometimes on other people, or say they're having a tough day, they feel terrible. I'm not good either. I'm very abrasive sometimes. But I try to not, you're sweet. I try to not be that way to other people because they don't deserve what I'm feeling inside. There's other ways, like go to the gym, go for a walk, go do some yoga, drink some water. Like even doing a breathing exercise where you take 5 seconds to breathe in, hold it in for 5 seconds, and take 5 seconds to breathe out. That also helps with anxiety attacks. These are things that we can do. Or maybe type out your message, but don't send it.
Yes.
Don't send it.
Yeah.
As my grandma said, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all.
Right.
And don't either.
Yeah. But I've also been guilty of it. Like I get sassy too. So I try not to be. But we do have to keep in mind we are a community. We're the face of Hex. How do you want people to perceive you?
Yeah. What do you think, Lindsay?
Ask yourself why. Why am I typing this message? Why am I sending this? What is my purpose behind this? What do I hope to achieve out of it? And if you can't come up with those answers, and you can't send that message. I'm not telling people what to do. Who am I? I'm not going to should you either, because I can't should on people. That's just not me. But I could highly suggest that, practice what you preach. And if you're out there saying, I'm doing this and I'm doing this and I'm here for the community, I'm here, then what message of the community, or what light would you like to be shed on the community? Do you want it to be seen as a bickering cesspool that just so happens to be tied with investments? I mean, no thanks. But if you are, I think it's because we're so passionate about it. We get all these different ideas. And, that we are in a transparent world, man. Web3 is we're going on the train to transparency. And so you're going to see the interminglings and inner fightings, and you can't ask people to hide that, because if that's truly who you are at the end of the day, your true colors are going to show. But if you're going to be around here for 15 years, I'm just saying that there are communication skills and tools out there. You might want to reach out, grab a bag of them while you're holding your Hex bag. Hold a bag of these communication skills and tools, and then don't be afraid to reach in and grab one and take a breath, like Hex Iron just said. You don't need to send that message, because at the end of the day, if your why behind it isn't to benefit the ecosystem or to benefit your life and their life in a positive manner, then perhaps it's not your place to send that message. If you're mirroring on someone, then you might want to take a step back and say, okay, is that really about them, or is this really about me? And that is, there's another reason why it's so important to get unique personality types all together. We are so diverse. We have a lot of alpha males in this ecosystem. We have
alpha females.
A lot of alpha females too. We have a couple gammas too. But I'm just saying, like, we're all getting there together, right? Yeah. We're growing, and over the next multiple years to come, we're going to see more change. So be the change that you want to see. Inspire the change that you want to see in the ecosystem. If you want to see less fighting, do less fighting. If you want to see more due diligence, more education, get out there with more due diligence and education. You get back what plant some seeds.
So true.
For sure. No, I hear you guys 100%. I definitely agree. I come from the mindset of say less, right? In all areas, like, even with the compliments, like, I don't need a whole lot of compliments. You can just give me a like, and that's good enough for me. Say less. If you don't like what I'm doing, just, leave, say less, So I definitely come from that mindset. But I do know that there are people that are really, really passionate about their stance, their beliefs. Sometimes they feel like they're standing on a pillar for righteousness. So I just want to, play the devil's advocate a little bit and present the argument that all attention, in a sense, when you are representing a brand that you want to go, larger, is possibly good attention, right? Richard Hart does it a little bit himself with his outrage marketing, with some of the things that he says in live streams and in more like settings where it's like a bunch of men, like where he's hanging out with the boys. Sometimes he gets a little looser with his lips.
He gets loose, yeah.
But does that just essentially bring more attention, more engagement? Yes. Are people farming, and is it working? Right?
Probably from different people too.
Yeah.
Quality. What's the I mean, yeah, we could get all these eyes in Lunar Crush. Like Hex is crushing it on Lunar Crush social
Mm.
profile. Have you seen it? Yesterday I just took a look. I don't know what our rank is today, but yesterday we were 90th. We're in the top 100 percentile out of over 4,000 cryptocurrencies out there. So, what is the quality of the relationship with each other as a community and as an ecosystem? Because if you're looking, if I'm looking at different projects and I'm out there searching and researching all the time, I'm really looking at their community. What are the conversations like that they're having? Are they, is this something that's going to grow, or is this something that's going to get so incestuous that it just implodes? Well,
Right.
we're not in it like with Hex. I think because we all know what we hold, it's like, the passion that, well, let's just call it the passion that comes through from people gets misconstrued as like kind of murky waters on top, when the product underneath is like, whoa,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
My thoughts.
So I hear you guys. I myself even had to look at myself. Last week we talked about block. That was kind of like the topic of conversation. And I realized that I've been a little too liberal with my block button. That pretty much anytime I see somebody, going off on somebody and I don't feel like it was justified, it don't even have to be to me. Like it can be totally different. And I'm like, oh, I don't want that energy in my life. Block. But then what happens is I don't realize that, as my platform gets bigger and I am more known inside of the community and people are just looking for access to information, and then they run into my page and then they feel blocked, right? That
Gotta
is
mute. Gotta hit that mute button.
you gotta
Mute is great. Yeah.
It's a lot better, especially like going into spaces and then you see like all these profile pictures pop up and you're like block there, and I'm like, ooh, I should probably allow the message to flow more freely.
Block the scammers.
Yeah,
Block
definitely
the
block the scammers. You
'cause
gotta
that's ridiculous.
anybody that comments on anything that says Cash App, you're blocked. Like 100%, you're out of here.
We got an airdrop. Hey guys, we got an airdrop. Click the
Yeah.
link for the airdrop. Come up with a different line, people, please. Make it fun. Can you make it different?
Yeah.
I love the emails that I get from MetaMask asking me to share with them, please, my seed phrase. I'm like, dear MetaMask, we're silly today.
Please, dear ma'am, this is your friend.
So another point or topic that I want to kind of go into, and the reason why is because we are doing this thing that our team created called the Hexy Awards. I believe you guys have probably heard about it, but this is to us is a way for us to continue the work we do in growing the community, but also recognizing who in the community is also contributing in all various ways, like giving recognition and acknowledgement for your contributions to the community. And so a little bit later, I'm going to actually bring up a slideshow of a lot of the different nominees. And I kind of want us to kind of have a little conversation about what do you think about these nominees and all that. But how important do you guys feel like it is to acknowledge people's like contributions to the community and to support them when they're doing good work?
It is probably the most important thing, actually. Because if you look at it from a business aspect, if you had a boss that never commented on how well you were doing, wouldn't that be kind of shitty? But if you had a boss that, every once in a while is like, hey, your TPS report cover sheet was on top, spot on, like, thank you for that. And you're like, hey, thanks, I do it all the time, but like, thank you for acknowledging that. Like, it is so important. Because maybe a person might think about giving up streaming or giving up what they're doing because they don't feel like it's reaching anyone. And all of a sudden, here's an award for the hard work you put in. Well, shit, I'm going to keep going then. It is very important. So did you come up with that? Was that your idea?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Like,
thanks. Appreciate it.
Very good.
Yeah, seriously, giving that encouragement out to the community is, and we're go-getters here. We're not, like, as Hexicans, we are not sleepers. We are so far out of the curb. And I know that so many of us are like, okay, good. All right. I know that's set for me. All right. What else can I do? You're out right there writing books. We're out there working jobs. Like we're out there moving. If we can continue that energy and get more streamers to get passionate about sharing something that they're passionate with, it does not have to be about crypto. If you are passionate about cardboard, get up here and start talking about Pokemon and then relate it back to cardboard. If you're passionate about making home cooked meals, talk about making home cooked meals and then have a hex sticker in the background or wear a hex shirt. It doesn't have to be like crypto hex if you're not comfortable with it. Only do what you're comfortable with, and encouraging more of that will help us to continue to grow. That's how you get that little network effect out, is dropping, it's a little bit of salt instead of a whole freaking fistful, you know?
That's why I always wear a hex or pulse chain shirt when I do my workouts. Because I figure, you know, this is focused on fitness, but hey, we're still here about this. This is the main reason. Yeah.
I love getting so many times when, and you know, now you're streaming every day, you know how hard it is, and you're working out every day. You know how hard it is to be consistent with something. So for you guys to be able to be in a position where people are going to acknowledge and reward you for your consistency, I really think that's so, like, what an amazing idea to facilitate more engagement in the community. You know, everybody, like you just said, everybody wants to hear that good job. And so often it's way easier for people to be like, that was dumb. I knew that already. Blah, blah, blah. Well, okay. Then you know.
Yeah.
And I really want to inspire the content creators of the future, right? That's why we kind of set it up as like a yearly award system where the ones that I'm about to pull up in a second, these are based on their contributions of 2022, right? And then it's awarded in 2023. And then at the end of this year, then we'll do another nomination series, you know, and we do identify who's new to the community and who is doing this and doing that. So I'm about to go ahead and bring up the screen share. I really love going through this with different guests just so I can like get you guys like reactions and you know, opinions or whatnot. So feel free to share. If you don't want to say exactly who you'd vote for, that's fine. But if you just want to say, oh yeah, I love this person, you know, in this category because of whatever, then definitely want to hear you guys' opinions. I want to share with the audience how this came to pass. I don't want you guys to think that it was just me like in the background, like, oh yeah, I nominate this person and you know, this is how it's going to go. So it was about 2 or 3 months that we did what we called the nomination period. And the nomination period was all write-ins. So anybody you wanted to nominate it for any category, there were no standard lists that you could choose from. You had to essentially go in and identify who you thought went in this category. And then the top vote getters for each one, as far as write-ins, then we created this multiple choice list, right? And so now it's down to the top 5 in each category. And now we're asking you guys to go and vote on who you think should win each award. So here is my screen share, and let's kind of get into it. So the first category is the most consistent hex content in 2022. And when I think of consistency, I think of people that are out consistent, right? Like that either do daily streams or constantly putting out videos, whether that's TikTok, whatever platform it is. These people are always in the grind, in the hunt, doing the work. And I couldn't name a better 5, you know, contenders for this.
Yeah, I was like, this is tough because they all stream really consistently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is a tough category. I can't wait to see the front runner in here. I don't know. I feel like for content consistency and the message consistency, I would say Maddie. Maddie has like been very consistent with his message. I don't know. I feel like Maddie's been very consistent with his message. Hexo's been very consistent. Crypto's very consistent. You know, like Hex. You know, like.
Yeah, and Hex Token, I don't know if you guys are aware of who He is in the space, but I think he streams like either, if not every day, like sometimes twice a day. I mean, that
Yeah.
dude is on it. So any one of these guys would be an awesome pick for
Woo!
this category.
Good
Now
luck.
we have most informative hex content. And this is another tough one. I mean, really, all of these categories are going to be extremely tough. Like, but it just goes to show you how big the hex community is, right? Like, we literally have multiple names on every category of people creating content, especially for hex post chain ecosystem. I think that's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Good choices.
I don't
Move
know.
on to the next one. Favorite Hexicans newcomer. This is a good one. And I always have to, like, almost any category that there's a lady, I'm not going to lie, I'm a little biased. I'm going to always, like, they outnumber us. I'm going to always throw my support to the lady. But Fashion Coder, I want to bring this up because you guys have mentioned it. Like, do what you enjoy doing and then let the hex, let the crypto, just come and infiltrate that a little bit, right? She does these TikTok videos where she's essentially doing her makeup, right? That's like the wave right now on TikTok. Just do a makeup video, and she does her makeup but having crypto conversations with herself. You know what I mean? And I love that idea. I love what she's bringing to the space. She just did like a hex giveaway because she's been creating content for a year now. So I really, really love what she's doing. And then Corey Costa, I think that he's making a huge impact in how much he goes outside of the community to bring these major influencers into the space, but then
He's doing amazing.
kind of, breaches the conversation of hex. So I love that about him.
He does great interviews. He's like, I'm just going to interview everyone. I don't care how big of a following they have. I'll just ask them to come on my show. And they do. He's so good.
Yeah.
Great questions, good conversation. Yeah. Killing it. Killing it.
Yeah. The whole category crushes it. I am absolutely 100% biased. Fashion Coder's like my little sister. I love her to death.
She's adorable.
I am so excited when I saw those makeup videos. I love watching her anyway, but when I see that she's doing the dang thing and bringing crypto into it so that she's attracting somebody for this, but she's keeping them with this,
She downplays it too. She's like, oh, I just do some makeup tutorials. Like, no, they're great. Oh, no, they're great. Like, you're doing good work.
Yeah.
Bringing people in.
She's awesome. Next category, best hex onboarder. And I was super proud of my guys, both Avid and Hex Lion, because they made it individually. People actually acknowledged them not just as Kryptosparbuch, but hey, Avid Hex is out here doing the work, and Hex Lion is out here doing the work. So kudos to my team, my KSB team. But they got some steep competition. Dollar cost.
And you two will be on there next year for your books.
Crushes it. Say that again.
You two will be on there next year for your books.
Yeah. Lindsay's book is amazing onboarding resource.
Thank you.
Yours too. You're bringing on the kiddos.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah.
Great job, guys.
We're hitting sweet spots, man. We're hitting them at all ages.
Is there a place that we can buy your book, Lindsay, to send out to our onboards?
Actually, I have a little less than 80 copies still free and available on the website. I don't have access to chat right now, but if you head to @Vibra Finance on Twitter, it's pinned right up at the top. I still have 80 free copies, so get a free copy so that you can download it. All I ask for in your return is your honest and thoughtful feedback, so that if you can get reviews in, so that when newies are coming in, they're really getting a sense of, okay, this is how this book will help me. And it's 8 easy steps, man. 8 easy steps. The youngest user is 16 and her second language is English. My oldest user is in their 70s and their first language is English, but they're not computer savvy. So anyway.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, we're hitting them high, hitting them low. And like to bringing them in, like the best hex alpha. Where does the best hex alpha come from? I don't know, because all of these people in this category bring it to us in such diverse ways. So it really depends on what you resonate with.
Yeah. Yeah. I personally, I really enjoy listening to Axis Alive. I think that even though he's talking about such technical topics, he just has such a friendly, like warm personality that just makes me want to listen to him. I don't
He's
know.
great. Yeah, he's got a good voice. Even his tweets, like
Yeah.
with the graphs, and
Yeah.
he's very consistent with that.
Yeah. So
That's true.
I'm probably leaning towards him on there. Don't tell the other guys. Best Hex articulated game theory. And I know that Maddie would definitely say, hey, this one's mine, right? Mr. Game Theory himself. But he's got some steep competition here. I miss David Fetter. I know he hasn't been streaming a lot lately. He was killing it. He was all over multiple streams, speaking.
Yeah, with Maddie.
Wells only.
I haven't seen him on Twitter either. Anyone know if he's cool?
A lot of people have, and that's why I said this is the time to acknowledge who has been there contributing, but then to know that your name could be on these lists next year, right? And to motivate other people to say, hey, come on in. We got we got Axis is the baby daddy. I guess he got your vote. So, but yeah, let's see what's next. Most engaging Hexican on Twitter. So I gotta say that I thought one of the things that was really interesting, because we didn't just auto allow people just to select from this long list of people. You actually had to type in, who you want to win. I thought it was interesting that Richard Hart didn't get nominated for like every category. You know what I mean? Like, because you actually had to like think, who do I get this type of information from? Where do I go? And it's awesome that he's built such an amazing community that people don't even say that I have to go to Richard Hart for this, right? Like, there are enough other people doing things that you can say, no, I actually enjoy getting my my funny streams from Hexo, or my engaging Twitter conversations from whoever. I know Jack was all over Twitter for a long time, and she's kind of taken a step back from being in the social media presence. But CCF, that's Johnny Chaos, he is still very, very, very active on Twitter. And Stake Hex is probably one of my favorite Twitter Hexicans, like, of all time.
She's so funny.
Yeah.
She's always making people's profile pictures, all the cats, all the information, always Richard Hart this. Yeah, she kills it.
Yeah.
Consistently.
Yeah. If I was gonna, like, when I went through the polls, that was one I checked off to win for this category, was Stake Hex.
Yeah. Like I said, we gotta love the ladies. We gotta show our ladies some love.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Right, I know that this one is huge, right? Because we got two of our nominees in the chat right now, probably at each other, infighting, going back and forth. But I feel like I have the most knowledge and information about this, so I really want to like dive into this category, right? So Freddie Quotes, Life of the Party, right? He has hosted multiple penthouse parties in Vegas. He has performed at multiple parties, both Nagabo's party, the Power City party. He has rented party buses multiple times for Hexicans to travel from here to here. So Freddie is big time. Freddie is tough competition.
A music video at the golf course.
Exactly. So he's quite the party guy, right? Then you have Kareem the Dream, where if you know Kareem, you know that there is not a city in the United States with a nightclub that he has not been to. And the majority of the time, this dude's going to have a table, and he's going to have some kind of big signage that says like hex.com, or, something about money, something to show the people in these nightclubs that, hey, we're here for a reason, and you better get with it, or, or get left behind. So I would say that's Kareem's his lane as far as being life of the party. Then you got Nagabo, who's thrown multiple large parties for the Hexicans.
Thank you, Nagabo. Delicious chicken wings at the Vegas one.
Out there. Then you got CZ Hexing, our lady in the category. I always love it when a lady can like, get into this category because 9 times out of 10 is going to be like all men. But CZ Hexing was responsible for our huge pool party at Resort World in Vegas. She
Fashion
had
show.
opened up her home, like her actual home, to Hexicans that she doesn't know, just internet strangers, right? Once during the tour, probably had 100 Hexicans that time. Then she did another meetup at her house, probably another big group, 50 plus Hexicans. So she's always giving of her time and her energy to have a good time. She's always present at these events. Like CZ is out there,
She runs it.
Party.
She's not just present, like she runs it.
Yeah.
She's got her pad out and
Power
writing
City
down
party.
names. You go over there.
Yep, had a huge part of that, and helping coordinate the fashion show with Suzanne. So CZ is tough competition.
Yeah, sure.
And then the last one on the list, Big K, right? Big K, you guys may not know, was responsible for the majority of the planning and of the London event, all right? The big Richard Hart meetup where the HEX Stakes were there. And that was that the first? And it was the same year that we threw the Hex birthday party in New York. They were in London. So I want to say that was year 2. Yeah, so that was the second Hex birthday. And then he's also, when he did the first pitch at the Chicago Cubs baseball game, he threw another huge party where he invited all the Hexicans totally on his dime, free food, free drinks, just awesome Hexicans. So I don't know who's going to win this category.
I love how he threw the pitch too.
Yeah.
He just did god awful on purpose to get more attention.
It was for the team, Big K.
Yeah, good job, Big K.
You got to. So yeah, that one right there, that's tough competition.
Let's see.
Yeah. So I'm not a huge TikToker, so this one is hard for me. But I do love me some Hexy Quinn. So just seeing her name on the list makes me want to vote for Hexy Quinn.
I love her videos.
Girl,
She
I
even
know.
posts them on Twitter. She'll post her videos. She does really good work.
Yeah.
She's great.
I have to look through Twitter for him. I'm not a TikToker.
Yep. I'm not
Yeah,
TikTok.
I don't do
You guys in
TikTok
the chat
either.
know who's killing it in the TikTok category. Let us know.
Yeah.
So now you got Best Hexican YouTube channel. And of course, I mean, look, where are we at right now? I'm going to be super biased. So I should probably just be quiet
KSB.
But you know that's what we're picking.
and let you guys speak on what you think.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have been like streaming twice a day because you do one and then Abit does another.
Mm-hmm.
Really
Yeah.
consistent.
Yeah, I love the consistency and I love the diversity in content too.
Mm-hmm. Appreciate that. Got to give a shout out to the OGs though, especially Discord Syndicate. To me, that was my motivation in wanting to build KSB. I wanted it to be a platform where there were tons of voices, tons of different, ways of talking about, whether it's for, new people coming in or, more experienced people who want that technical stuff. So Discord Syndicate, I definitely know that they laid the foundation for creating a channel with massive diversity and a lot of different content creators, bringing their skills to the table. So definitely love those guys over there.
Yeah, they were where a lot of people started out.
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure. Funniest Hex content creator. This one's hard.
I feel like that depends on your humor too. I feel like
it does. Yeah, absolutely. For me, and I don't even know that he's trying to be funny, but I just love me some Huddle Dog. Like I just really, really love me some Huddle Dog. And I'm probably I watch Trevon the most. I don't even know that he's streaming anymore. I think he's taking like a little break, but he is a big part of me, coming into crypto and watching streams. So I've always got a good kick out of him. But who doesn't laugh at Richard Hart and Hexo? Like Hexo.
God, Hexo is so funny. He's so entertaining. I don't even know how he does it. Barnsley boys. He's wearing like a pink flamingo shirt the other day.
Absolutely.
Richard Hart with his eyes covered in the background. He's hysterical. Huddle Dog too. I wish he streamed more.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Hex Day number 586.
Welcome to the hood. Hope you are doing great. Thank you, Cabana.
So good.
Love that. So speaking of Cabana, right? Most entertaining Hex content in 2022. I don't know if you guys have watched it, but like literally one of my favorite shows is Happy Hour. Like I have always loved Happy Hour. I love Cabana, Molly, Big K, whatever extra guests they have on. I've always liked the dynamics of that show. Cabana trivia, right?
Everybody's got a drink.
There's always some fun, entertaining. Like it's not just your typical crypto show. So got to give a big shout out to Cabana.
Yes.
He says
Cheers,
that it's
Cabana.
an uphill battle against hexology. Yeah, hexologists could kill any category, you know. He's the OG. Man, Rags to Riches, he's fun too.
He's great.
Yeah.
He talks about real shit though. Like he'll bring up the sec or whoever's talking about like real life stuff.
Yeah.
He keeps it deep.
Yeah, and you cannot dismiss CZ Hexing. She might not be, you know, the biggest streamer, but when it comes to like, you know, fun, I hadn't seen anybody use those snap cam filters the way she did. I think she's got all of us completely out of our shell and into one of those, you know, snap filters and just having the time of our lives. Just, I want to say I was like a pickle one time. I've seen like, I mean, the entertainment level over on DeFi Sexy Ladies is crazy.
It is so funny. Yeah, she pulled that together really nice.
Yeah, she did.
And I love that she got a sidekick. I think Bullish does all the background stuff. Yeah, it came together really well. Yeah. She definitely sprinkled CZ all over that.
Okay, now we talking sexy time. Sexy.
Oh shit. I would like to bring up a wild SJ for her AMSR stuff and like whispering Richard Hart quotes. That's hot. Yeah. That's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's been crushing it with those videos. Love it.
Yeah. I mean, any of these choices are great.
They're all beautiful.
Oh my God. It's like what's the measure for hotness? Like what are the qualifications for these things?
What you like? What do you like?
Exactly.
Who's your dream girl out of these 5 women?
Hot factor.
I want all of them, so I can't pick all of them.
I'm gonna go with Jory. I'm gonna stay KSB
She's
consistent.
Gorgeous.
Jory is a pretty lady.
Heart of gold. Yep.
Yes. Yeah. And I like when you're both pretty with brains. Oh yeah.
Jory, hot pro.
Jory's my hot pro too. Yep.
Hot damn. Expensive taste. Tall drink of water.
Category. This isn't like a no-brainer pick. These are categories that are going to make people think. I like that.
Absolutely.
Everyone in these categories is deserving of the award. It's not like, oh, that's a throwaway.
This next category, I'm probably going to have to keep my mouth quiet if I don't want my husband getting mad at me, but we do got some hot guys. We got some hot guys.
That one even says hexiest man in the world, so.
Right? Absolutely.
So that like handle was so like well intentioned just to slip into that category. Well done, sir. Well done.
Yeah.
He is like crypto Jesus. He's just like, oh.
I don't know. Huddle Dog is just so majestic. Got that foreign accent going on. Gold Key's beautiful.
Yes.
Richard Hart's the king. He twerks like no other. Hexiest man in the world says it all in the name. GRC, he's a handsome dude. Some good looking guys.
I think GRC voted for himself.
Well, he made it up there, so other people must have voted too, right?
But I'm sure there's some there's plenty of ladies over there on that stream of yours. Like, give me some GRC. So, all right, moving on. Ooh, this is a good one. Hexican Designer of the Year. So if you guys don't know, Marco the Hexican, he makes all of these beautiful leather merchandise. So whether it's hats, wallets, keychains, Marco makes the best leather products in the
stunning colors
for sure. Then you got Suzanne's art, which you know is probably going to be a heavy favorite in this category because she has blinged out the entire community. I mean, not only does she have like all the sweatshirts and shirts and all that, but she had enough designs to produce an entire fashion show, right? So she's killing it over there. Then, you know, looking at it from a little bit of a different perspective, Staker Class is more of a graphic designer in that he has a huge line of NFTs in the Hex community, both the Staker Class NFTs and the Hex Punks NFTs. Very, very popular. He has a huge following, a huge community. Crypto Stylist. She herself is very fashionable, but I believe that she does some designing, like some styling of other people. I even heard that she might have styled Richard Hart at one point, but I don't know how practical that is. And then
she gets him his goods.
Okay. And like then Martin stuff. Give him a shout out because he's the one that does these awesome community posters.
So good.
Okay. So, yeah. And I mean, he's done like hundreds of them. So, yeah, any of these guys are definitely worthy of the honors of Hexican Designer of the Year.
My favorite is the guy that's crying. Like, not even a part of the Hex ecosystem, but it was just so funny. Yeah, such a good picture.
Yes.
I think that having a category like this in a crypto community, or like just even having categories period or awards period, is so cool. But having something that somebody can be acknowledged for to keep encouraging their passion, and it's awesome.
All right, we got just a few more. Now we got Hexican Artist of the Year. Now you guys know I'm going to be so extra biased in this category. I mean, he does my opening music for my shows. I mean, I've been married to him for like 200 years or something crazy like that. So yeah, BlaKC Crypto is definitely my pick. So I just gotta like back up and let you guys talk about the other guys.
Oh man, these guys crushed it. Corey,
yeah, all of them are so good.
Oh, they crushed it at the fashion show. It was so fun. I don't know. This is again, I don't know. I like a lot of their songs. I don't know. I might be a little. I don't know. I really like. I get like I hear stake money, make money, and I do this. So I might. I love when your intro comes on. I sit here and like do this.
Yes, I literally, after my intro, every time I have to stop like dancing because I be in the green room just like, hey.
Can they come out with like a Hexican album with all the songs on there?
Everybody with DJ Cryptomatic.
That'd be great.
I know. I love Freddie's too. I don't know. Corey's music too. I don't know.
Yeah,
they all have bangers.
I love Corey's lyrics. Absolutely love his lyrics. Freddie has the most like viral songs. Like his songs, he's so particular about his music. He puts so much effort into his songs that he doesn't make bad tracks. Like that's why there's only like 2 or 3 tracks that are out, because he's so, stickler about his music being on point. And that Furu's eulogy, man, his bars were they were fire. So you can't discount Freddie at all. He makes bangers, and then he's like just an awesome performer as well.
Yeah, that energy is infectious. Freddie has a way of bringing it up. So I don't like the party hexing it out of this year, man. You're gonna be running from stage to stage.
Yeah, and then DeFi Proof, he made I got my. What is it? Richard Hart from the start, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Got my hex from the fucking
Yes.
start.
There you go. So I know that song was pretty big in the community as well. So yeah, you got some heavy hitters in this category for sure. Hexican Developer of the Year. Okay, so look, all of these guys could win it like easily, right? But I have got to go with Alex because he has given me the most. Like that Hedron airdrop, or the access to Hedron, what that ecosystem is creating with Icosa, with the Watsa app or NFT. Yeah, I'm strongly leaning towards
But
Alex.
he even helps other projects,
Mm.
which is great.
I really like how transparent he is. I really, really appreciate the communication that's put forth, and not, like you just said, not just for his own, but to educate the space in total too. Steph does a great job with that too. So it's really
That's great too.
David's, I don't know. David, where
I
you
miss
at?
you, David.
David, where you at? We miss
Where you at, David?
But yeah, just to acknowledge what these guys have done. You guys know Alex is the Hedron Icosa guy. Dipcatcher is Maxi and all the mini perpetuals. There are so many now, I can't even name them all. Lucky Desi, blah, 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 blah. Hex Info, thank you for that free airdrop in post Doge. And now he's on to ASIC and post Bitcoin. Then you got OX Steph, who is responsible for our very wonderful Staker app. But then also there is a safe token airdrop coming. You could have went in and claimed for anyone who did their staking through the Staker app. And then David Federer, I think people just love him. Like, I don't know, what development that he's done that made people vote for him. But we do know, I know that he had mentioned possibly being like a validator for the Post Chain network when that comes out. But yeah, all these dudes, huge contributions to the ecosystem. For sure. Who? Oh, wow. Man. Hex Community Leader of the Year. I just got to say, I was so honored. Like, I was so when I saw that I had made the top 5, like, so honored to be amongst these heavy hitters. Like, Funding Jim, Maddie, RG3.
But don't discount what you do. Like, you put everything together. Like, you sling stuff together like it's meant to be. Like, it was there always in a short period of time. Like, you make everything run better. You make shit happen. So you deserve to be on that list along with everyone else.
Yeah, that's not just lip service either. I think we've talked about that on other streams as well. It's like when your name came up for Hex Community Leader of the Year, you're the first person I thought of because of your leadership capabilities, and you're not lip service. You're actually like taking action, and you're crushing it. You're out there leading a team. You're out there leading a family. You're out there leading a community. You're doing all the dang things, and you're doing it with so much grace and so much positive energy behind you that you're bringing everybody along with you, and that truly is what a leader does. So thank you. If people win this, I'd be shocked. And that's no offense to Funding Jim, because he's out there.
Yes.
And Hexo and RJ3, they're all leading in their own way, but there is something so unique and special about the way that you command a room. And I mean, for you to be able to get all those guys jumping and on one focus and task.
Hey, I commend.
Yeah, how do you herd cats? You're herding cats.
Men together.
You can do it. So.
And then our last 2 categories, I think we got 2 categories left. One being Hexican Woman of the Year. So again, I'm very appreciative of this nomination. But I definitely have to acknowledge that Sammy Chica is the OG, been doing that ladies discourse, been bringing the ladies together in the chats. I mean, this whole time, right? Like consistent. Ain't no punk in her. Ain't no scared running away. Like, I'm here. I'm committed. This is what I'm doing. And then Wild SJ just went to the Sci-Vibe series to constantly be dropping those videos, engaging other Hexicans to do these quotes and to put that out there. Love that. And then, I mean, to acknowledge the fact that Fashion Code has made such a huge impact in the community in such a short time. She's been streaming for 1 year, and she has still been recognized and nominated as the Hexicans Woman of the Year. So that just goes to show how much respect she has in the space. And then Hot Pro is just one of our most informed, educated women in the space, and I love what she brings to the system, to the ecosystem. So a pleasure again to be in the category with these very, very wonderful ladies.
Yeah, absolutely. Well deserved too. Sammy would get my vote for this category for the sheer fact that it was 117 degrees outside. She had never golfed before, and she came out and she didn't just whack. She got out there every hole, every opportunity that she had. She was out there crushing balls, sweating it off. She was doing the dang thing, representing that, gives it some cred. But honestly, like, every woman in this category just really, really deserves to be here. They all bring something like dynamic and powerhouse. So this is a tough one too.
Yeah.
And then our last category, Hexican Man of the Year, Maddie All-In, Hexologist, Hex Token, Avid Hex, and Crypto Coffee. I can't even say enough about how great I think all of these guys are, and their dedication to the Hex community. So this one is going to be, I can't really speak on who I'm going to pick for this one, but this is going to be a tough one for me. Woo! This CC Hexing, I mean, she does this and it blows me away every single time. Coming in with a $49.99 super chat. Love this chick. She's so generous. It's crazy.
All the women in this community get my vote. I'm so proud of everyone. We're proud of you, CZ.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Fucking gem.
That is it, ladies. That was the conclusion of our Hexy Award nominations. Please go out and vote. I posted the link in the chat a few times. There's also going to be a link in the of this video, so please do that. I appreciate you ladies for coming and streaming with me on this fine Friday. I really value your time, so I do not want to just hold you guys all day, but that was an excellent stream. Very, very fun. I want to give you guys a second for your final words, just to say, where can the people find you at? What's on the horizon for you? What do you want us to do to support the work that you're doing in the community? Go.
Oh,
you want to go first?
No, not necessarily. Like, I'm always happy to share the stage. Thank you so much for having me on today. You could find me at Vibra Finance on Twitter, at Vibra Livestream on YouTube. Please give us a like and subscribe. We're reaching tons of communities. I have a book out there. Well, you can't see the green screen, but trying to get 1,000 subscribers so that I can give a brand new Ledger Nano X away. So head on over there and help us grow and continue to bring more Hexicans in this ecosystem. I've been reaching out to many communities trying to pull them back in. So thanks for that.
Nice.
For sure. What about you, Hex Siren?
I'm a Hex Siren, or at Pulse Chain Siren on Twitter. Hex Siren 5555 on Instagram. I'm taking over the Crypto Fitness Challenge, so there's also that. It's at Crypto Fitness 90 on Twitter. It's also on my page. Just trying to encourage people to work out on a regular basis, get the word out, anything you can do on a regular basis. Focus on yourself. You do have to spend time on yourself, so that's where you can find me. At the gym.
Yes, I really do need to join it. I've been working on my diet, but my fitness is lacking. I need to get out there.
Whatever you can do, whatever you like doing.
I'm walking every day with my dirt, but I need more. I need to either start running or at least,
Do you have like a Fitbit? Because you can check the distance you go and then just go a little bit farther each time. Just a little bit farther each time. Maybe like 100 extra meters, quarter mile extra each time. Do it on a regular basis. You'll be so much thinner in like 3 years. It's just whatever you can do consistently is good. Even like if you daily have a candy bar, cut that candy bar out and get a piece of fruit, because you're going to see a difference over time.
Yeah, I'm definitely progressing really well in my diet. My eating has changed immensely this year. But my physical activity can definitely boost it up a bit.
Me too.
So I appreciate those words of advice, the words of wisdom, you might say.
Well, you look great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm
Got
trying.
that glowing skin, getting a little thinner in the facial area.
I know you always see it in my face first before
Yeah.
this. It's always there first. So, but thank you guys for joining us today once again. Next week, starting on Monday, I will be back with my team, Hex Lion and Avid Hex. We're going to be doing like a little team chat, talk to you more about what we got going on the Hex cruise and the actual Hexy Award stream, the live stream, and how that will work and all the things that we have leading up into that. One more thing, please go out to Amazon and support me and my husband and the work we're doing with this ABC crypto book. It is available on Amazon. There's also a link in the description. I thank you guys so much for being here in the chat. The chat was active today, and I love that. That gives me more energy to keep going. So I really appreciate you guys being here. And yeah, that's the end. See you guys next time. Bye, ladies.
Goodbye.